So today is Tuesday, the 26th of April, and I had my meeting with the doctor today. So there's like a good bit of stuff I have to tell you guys. Whenever I went in, he was basically wanting this face to face to tell me that if I don't want to do any more chemo, then it's fine because of the amount of side effects that I've had and the hospital stay. That concerned him a lot because I get like white blood cell boosting injections the day after I have chemo. Whenever I went into hospital, it was a week after I had chemo, and they were still like, I had no white blood cells, and it took like almost another week for them to even start coming back up. So that like freaked him out quite a bit because he was like, it shouldn't take that long. So he was kind of like angling to tell me that if I didn't need to do any more. He said that there's no magic number for chemo. It might only take 4 sessions of it to do the trick. Then he said that only 3% of people being treated, this will have an actual effect, you know, it'll sway it for them for a better outcome, which seemed very, very strange. He said that 97% of people that have it, it'll make no difference to their outcome whatsoever. And none of it sounds right, because it's like, well, then why the hell am I going through this for 3%? He said that, this is my oncologist, by the way, I keep on saying he said, it's my actual oncologist. He said that my surgery was successful. So if I need to stop, then, you know, my chances are good. And like, on one hand, like, I'm thinking to myself, why wasn't I told any of this? You didn't tell me whenever I was getting my consultation. You were pushing that I had this treatment as a curative measure in case there are rogue cells, and now I'm being told, well, it's a 3% chance of it like altering the outcome of how things will end up for you. I stopped him before I could go any further and said that the way that my mind is, if I stop now and this comes back, I won't be able to live with myself because I didn't take the chance that I had, you know, to get better whenever it was in front of me. So he was like, right, okay, so you're wanting to stay on it? And I'm like, yeah, of course I am. So I think he is now going to lower the dose of chemo that I'm getting, because obviously they're pumping me so heavily full of poison that it's killing me. I know that that's what chemo does. It kills all the bad cells, but it also kills all the good cells too. But I think like I am being run into the dirt with it. He also said that it's strange because he could put someone in their 70s under the exact same treatment plan as me and them not have a hiccup or nothing, everything runs smoothly. Yet someone my age who is young and healthy, well, apart from the cancer, obviously, but that's young and healthy is really fighting their way through it. There's something every single time. So that's how I feel. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I should give myself a break. If I go back into hospital again, I'll probably call it a day at that point. But at the minute, I am halfway through and I won't be able to live with myself if I don't continue on. Also, whenever I was there, I had said to him, like, I'd asked, you know, like, when's this physio happening? Having quite a lot of problems still with my arm and it's excruciatingly sore. By the way, for the person who mentioned cording in one of my past videos, weird. I'll tell you why. The night before that comment was posted, I was in the bath getting washed and I could feel under my armpit what felt like a tendon where there shouldn't be one. And I said to Chris about it and he's like, no, I can't feel anything. And I'm like, I can definitely feel it. It's like twanging a guitar string under there. And then I seen that comment and I'm like, that sounds like what I have. So anyway, whenever I was there today, I told him how sore my arm was. I told him how sore down my side is still all this time after my operation. I'd said that someone had mentioned to me about cording and I could feel something in my armpit that felt very tendony and cordy. And he thinks that that's what it is. He examined me and stuff, and he thinks that that's what it is and what's possibly causing the tendonitis in my arm. He also said that he would chase up physio for me. And then the best bit, he asked could he see where I'd had shingles. And your woman here, me, it had very inappropriate underwear on. And he wanted to see. So I had to like pull my leggings down and just stand there in a G-string, entire arse out. It was so embarrassing. But I suppose like where I get shingles, it's on the back of my right leg and then my bum cheek, so we was gonna have to say it one way or another. And I suppose at least if it's a G-string, the arse cheeks are already, you know, out there without having to get the lady parts and everything out at the same time. So yeah, that was fun. I then came home because, again, the mystery that is cancer treatment, you're not actually allowed to find out when you're there what time your appointment is for the next day. They need to phone you later, and nobody phoned. Round of applause for the NHS. Nobody bothered phoning me. It started getting closer to 5 o'clock, so then I started phoning and nobody was answering the phone. I left a couple of messages, kept on ringing back, like, because I know what time they close, and I'm like, I need to know what time this appointment is tomorrow. It's usually always in the morning. I need to know when to be up. I have to get to the hospital. Like, this is not good enough. So eventually somebody did get back to me, and my appointment's at 10:30 for my chemo. So I think it's docetaxel, you call it, the new one that I'm moving on to. And instead of like being fed through my PICC line by lots, like there's a nurse manually syringing it in slowly, this is like a drip they put up. So I'll be there for a few hours anyway tomorrow, because obviously they'll want to make sure that there's no like allergic reactions or anything like that. My head today, because of being on this new drug, you have to prep and start taking steroids the day before. So I had to take 4 of them this morning. I have to take 4 of them before I go to bed tonight. And then I'm now on a prophylactic course for the next, I think it's over 2 months until all the chemo's done with. Every day I will be on antivirals for shingles, because I can't have breaks. As soon as I have a break, then they come back. And today I feel like I had chemo today. I think it's the steroids messing with me. My head is splitting. I don't feel well. And I have this thing happening to me, and well, I don't know if it's the same for men. I think it's like, it's more women get this. Like whenever you're going through chemo, you get like late night sweats. What a joy that is. It's been so much fun not being able to get to sleep until 4, like going to sleep at 12, like bed, going, oh, it's time for sleepy times. And I'm still lying awake, sweating to death at 4 in the morning. So the last 2 nights have been hellish. And then I went and seen my brother, my sister-in-law, and my niece and nephew on Sunday. And it was great. It's the first time since I've been in hospital that I've been out of the house. My wee niece is... she's 9 weeks. She's coming up to 3 months. And my wee nephew as well. He's just amazing. And like, I haven't seen them now since I think February. Yeah, it would have been February. And like I know that doesn't seem that long ago, but it feels it. And they've both changed so much. My niece has got, like, she's easily twice the size that she was. And my wee nephew, as we face and all's changed, like I can see a difference in him. He's starting to lose his like baby look. But that's something as well that's kind of crappy, because I haven't been able to sleep at night over the last few nights, and that's with taking stuff to help me sleep, and it's not working. And then because I'm lying awake, I start having the dark thoughts that anyone that's going through this will understand. And I'm like, I'm so happy that I got seeing them and stuff. And then I'm like, you know, you mightn't be around to see those kids grow up. And it's just gut-wrenching. All being well, my last dose of chemo, that's if there are no more hiccups, happens the day before my birthday. And I'm like, can I just not celebrate anything? Like, I don't know how many more birthdays I'm going to get. I don't know if I'm going to be one of the lucky ones where this does the trick and I'm cancer free for the rest of my life. God willing. You know? I think the whole cancer thing and the side effects are just cruel that way. They'll keep you awake at night to give you plenty of time to sit and think about stupid stuff like that. And I'm just trying. I know it's not any way to live. Well, it's my mantra for adulthood. Just denial. It saves us all. So, like, I've been constantly thinking to myself just of anything else than what is currently happening. And it's done the trick, but then there are like shaky times whenever I'm by myself. And then the realities and stuff kick in. Sucks. But hopefully I don't have an allergic reaction and die tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say. Because it seems like if anything could go wrong whenever it comes to me, it does go wrong. So please. I know you guys won't be seeing this till Sunday. If I died in the meantime, between like now and you guys seeing this vlog, I really did appreciate you all. Yeah, so I think the rest of the vlog and stuff will probably be from bed, but who knows? This could be the easy chemo, even though it's the stronger chemo. Apparently people find this so much easier. It'll probably come with a free piano to fall out of the sky on top of me the second I leave the hospital, if, you know, the side effects or the allergic reaction doesn't kill me first. Whoa, this is when such a cheerful route. Sorry. Right, I'm gonna tie this up here anyway, but I will be obviously back in a mere moment for you guys because editing. Okay, so today is Friday the 29th of April. I'm really starting to have to think about the months because it seems like it has flown in since Christmas, but at the same time it feels like it should be further on in the year. So I had my chemo on Wednesday, and as I was sitting waiting for it, I got speaking to another girl that was also in for her chemo, and she's on the exact same treatment plan as me. So she was saying that the chemo docetaxel, I'm almost positive that's its name. I could have the end of it slightly wrong there, but the vast majority of you guys will know what I'm talking about. Docetaxel is what I've went on to, and you can have a really bad reaction with it that I only found out. So immediately that put me like in the panics, which was not great, obviously going in for chemo and stuff, but thankfully I didn't have any reaction or anything like that. Whenever they bring you in for this, because you can have a reaction for it, they you have a nurse with you at all times. They don't leave your side, and they monitor your obs, like your blood pressure, heart rate and all that, every 5 minutes for 15 minutes, and then every 15 minutes after that for an hour. So I felt totally fine. I didn't get that horrible chemo taste or anything in my mouth, which is good, but apparently like you're not meant to get anything like that with it, although this is, as I've been told, very toxic to your body. So only took about like an hour to get the actual drip and stuff put through, and then I was pretty much home and I felt all right. I was just quite tired whenever I got home. Then later on that night, my brother, my sister-in-law, Chris and I all decided to play some games of Fortnite just together. Like, I feel terrible because it feels like the only time I see my brother or anything these days is whenever he's doing something for me. Like if he's giving me a lift or he's going to pick up medicine or anything like that, and I want to spend some time with him, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't living in Northern Ireland for a long time. He lived in Thailand for like 7 years, and then whenever he came back he got a job in Manchester, so he was working over there. So there's been like a huge chunk of time that I haven't had with my brother. And I mean, there only is he and I in our family. Our family's quite small. It's my mum and my dad, and then me and my brother, and then obviously now the grandkids and stuff like that. But it's nice to get spent a little bit of time. But I'd started to feel like incredibly sore. Now, some of the side effects of this are you're meant to get a lot of body aches and pains and nerve pain and stuff, but it's not meant to start until day 3, which would be today, and I got it from that night. the pain in the bottom of my back and up into my jaw was crazy. So I took my pain medication and stuff has all been jittered around again, partly due to the hospital. They sent me home with Oromorph. So I found that the best thing for my pain is to take 2 cocodamol, and then if that doesn't kick it, if it still needs something else, then I take some of the Oromorph, and that just wipes the pain out. So it's great. I phoned up my GP yesterday and she left me some more, so I have that. I don't take it every day now. I do take a cocodamol every day because I'm in a lot of pain with my arm, and just all the stuff that's happening on this side of my body is still just a nightmare. But I only take the Oromorph whenever I really, really need to. And I tell you, if I didn't have it, I would have been round the twist the other night. So at least that's something good. Yesterday, the district nurse was meant to come out. Oh, God, listen, guys, yous will be so proud of me because I put my foot down for a change. I've been an absolute pushover throughout this, but I'd had enough. So the district nurse was meant to come out yesterday to give me my white blood cell injection in my stomach. So anyway, it was about 2:00, and I'm like, they're usually here way before now. And hold on, sorry, backpedal a minute. That's the other thing that happened the night of chemo. Look how red my face is. It looks like my entire face is sunburnt. It's a side effect of the chemo. It's not sunburnt at all, but it was like my cheeks were bright red, about 1,000,000 times worse than what they are now. So that was another thing. But anyway, the district nurse was meant to come out yesterday to give me this injection in my stomach, which I need, especially since I was hospitalised after my last chemo session because my white blood cells wouldn't come up. So it got to about 2. I'm like looking at the clock going, they're usually here way before now. I'm just going to ring the nurse's station. The chemo place hadn't bothered referring me at all. So then the nurse's station put me through to their emergency place. I got through to their emergency place. They wouldn't take a referral from me. I had to go back to the chemo place. Then no one answered there, as per usual. So I left a answer machine message. They got back in contact with me probably about 15 minutes later and said, oh, well, if you could just come up to the hospital today. And I was just like, oh, no, but I couldn't. Not today, sorry. Well, if you could just come up in the morning. And I was like, no, sorry, I can't. This is meant, I am not well. I've just had chemo. This is why district nurses are sent to your house. And she seemed a wee bit like not too impressed with my responses, but it was your mess up, not mine. And no, I can't organise a wee lift to go to the hospital to make your life easier. You can send someone out here. So I did put my foot down. I also told them, I can't wait. This is meant to happen the day after I get chemo. And she's like, oh no, but we spoke to the doctor and they said it's fine. It's not that. Well, then why is it such a big issue the rest of the time that it needs to be given in the first 24 hours after chemo? So yeah, I absolutely put my foot down with them this time. I'd had enough. I don't have, my time is just as important as everyone else's. I'm never told an appointment time until the day before. Then I have to do all this arranging on how I'm getting to the hospital and blah, blah, blah at the very last minute. Whenever they already have a time sitting there, they just won't give it to me until the day before. So they've just grated on my patience a wee bit too much. So no, sorry, you make a mistake, you fix it. It's not for me to be running about all over the place. So there, look, I'm doing it. I'm not having it anymore. So I then asked, whenever I was in for my chemo as well, I've been telling them about these night sweats that I'm getting, and they're horrific. They're stopping me from sleeping. I can't sleep with a duvet on me because my temperature shoots up so much and I'm soaked through with sweat. But the minute I throw it off, it feels like my body is in the Antarctic. I am freezing. I'd explained to them about that and they were like, oh, well, did you talk to the doctor? Or you'd need to talk to the doctor. And I was like, well, can I talk to my oncologist? And like, oh, well, it would be much quicker to just go to your GP. And I'm like, when I come in to discuss my treatment plan before any of the treatment had started, I was told if you need medication, you phone our pharmacist. If you need any advice, you phone your doctor here. And every time I've done that, I've been sent back to my GP. They don't have the time to speak to me there. So I was like, right, fine. I'll not even argue this because I'm sitting at the minute with a drip of poison getting into me. I'm just not up for a fight right now. So again, that was another reason why I phoned my GP, and she actually told me that I need to make a formal complaint because it doesn't matter if they're understaffed or not. It's not her job. I actually was in tears on the phone to her. I was like, I know, I'm so sorry because I understand how slammed you guys. Just like, never feel it like a nuisance. You always ring us, but they're not doing their job. I can't even advise on what to do for night sweats because I'm a GP. This is your oncologist's place to do it. So, again, I keep saying all the time, I'm going to look to put in a formal complaint because of all of the things. I mean, like, it's all documented on my YouTube vlogs. I haven't been backward about coming forward on this kind of stuff. So everything is documented. I know the dates and all the rest of it, but I just don't have the strength in me at the minute to be worrying about chasing up complaints and stuff. But it's just something every time, you know what I mean? The skin now is coming off. I don't want to pull this up too much, but my pec line, the skin's coming off it near the crook of my elbow again. I can barely move this arm as well as this arm now. So I know as soon as that dressing comes off on Monday, my arm's going to be left again in a terrible state. What else has happened? Yeah, I got a phone call yesterday as well. I was quite busy on the phone yesterday. I got a phone call yesterday from physio. So the oncologist has actually chased that one up. So I have to go for physio on Tuesday at 12:30. Whenever, I think I already told you guys in the last update there, that the doctor could feel cordon happening under my arm and he thinks that that's the cause of the tendonitis. So my appointment's on Tuesday. She told me to wear a vest top and also to make sure I take my pain medication beforehand because the physio that she does is going to be very painful. And I'm like, you know what? I can take a half hour, an hour of pain as long as I can try and get the use of my right side back because it's ridiculous. I can't do anything. Like, I can't, that's my juice cup. Can't carry that myself whenever there's stuff in it. I can do it whenever it's empty, not whenever there's anything in it. I can't stretch my arms. I can't do very much with my arms. And it's too much to be putting on the back of Chris all the time. He's having to do everything for me. It's not fair. You know, I'm trying to help out whenever my painkillers and stuff like that kick in, but like, it's just like he's running to the ground, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much what's been happening over the last few days. I got up, took some painkillers, and still I just feel lousy today. That was another thing as well. They sent me home with all the wrong medication. I've, like, from, as you guys already know, metoclopramide from I had my first chemo session and you didn't agree with me, and they keep sending me home with that as my anti-sickness medication. Luckily, I haven't felt like I've needed any anti-sickness medication now that this drug has changed. They also sent me home with, I'm meant to be on that prophylactic course of antivirals, and the way that the doctor had given my GP had given me them, there were 200 milligram tablets to be taken 4 times a day, because the 400 milligram tablets are the ones that you get whenever you have active shingles. They sent me home with the 400 milligram ones to be taken twice a day, but apparently it makes no difference. So I don't know, but I can't even take those anti-sickness tablets that I have if I do get sick, but I haven't so far, so hopefully it stays that way. But yeah, that's about the height of it so far. I ordered because of these night sweats and stuff, like, it's impossible to sleep. I ordered like a big, like, drug rug. It's like, you know, a big hippie blanket, but it's like like with elephants and stuff on it. It's like a cotton sort of woven thin blanket, so that if I am getting these night sweats, I don't have to get under a duvet. Hopefully, if I can just put that over me, then it'll be cool enough, but also warm enough. You're dancing a very flying. You're dancing a very fine line with these night sweats. It's horrible, so bad. But that's about the height of it. But look at me, I look like a tomato today. I actually look like a tomato. Like, in comparison with the colour of my hand to my face. Sexy. But yes, that's pretty much today's update for the last couple of days. I've just been very tired and stuff. that's why I hadn't updated until now, and then I had like so much stuff to tell you, as you have just heard. Oh, that was another thing, more side effects. Your nails can drop off with this chemo too, which will be nice. So I just need to try and take care and hope that, being that I've only 3 rounds of it, that it'll not get that bad. But I've already, like the night that I had that, I'd already seen my skin reacting, you know what I mean? So, and my GP did tell me how toxic this is on your body, so I'm hoping, I don't know whether it's a good idea or not. I'm going to try and get in contact with my oncologist. As I said, like, I'm due to have my last chemo the day before my birthday. All being well, because you know what it's like with pushbacks and stuff, with me catching everything going. I'm gonna see whether they can like maybe push that last one back a week, because I'm due to have it on the 8th of June and my birthday is on the 9th of June, and I don't want to go through my birthday feeling like death. You know, I want a glass of champagne. I know that because my cancer is hormone driven, they don't ever recommend you drinking alcohol like ever again. It's not meant to be good for it, which is fine by me. I won't, but I'm having one last hurrah. You know what I mean? Just one last drink. We're not big drinkers anyway, you know what I mean? So it's not like anything, it's not like it'll greatly affect my life because I'm used to having a drink at the weekend or whatever. It would maybe only be sort of 4 or 5 times a year we would drink. So it'll not be too much of a thing to say goodbye to. Plus, as well as that, like, I'm basically not vaping anymore. I've got right down to 1 milligram. The next batch of juice I make, I'll be no milligrams, there'll be no nicotine in it. It'll just be trying to break my habit of vaping. So it'll just be basically the concentrate mixed with VG. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to tie this up here, and I will probably drop back in again tomorrow and give another little update. If I don't, on the other hand, there hasn't been anything to report. But if there is anything, you know, I'll be here. If not, thank you very much for watching.